Hello, my name is Gustav Gambay and I am the Whistleblowing and Investigations Officer at Triton Financial Services. Integrity is the cornerstone in everything we do, and having a culture where whistleblowers feel confident to speak up is one of our top priorities. This training module is specifically aimed for key contact persons. So who are our key contacts when it comes to whistleblowing? Key contacts are managers, people and culture, internal audit or compliance representatives. The reason we have key contact persons is not just to comply with laws and regulations, but to offer whistleblowers the opportunity to have a face-to-face meeting with someone they recognize and trust, so they feel confident to speak up. If you're in one of these roles, welcome to this short session where we will take you through the key items you need to know, like key principles around whistleblowing and investigations, the channels we use, and which cases belong in the whistleblowing and investigations process. We will also cover how we work with investigations and what is expected of you as a key contact person. As with all things, you are of course always welcome to contact me directly if you have any questions.
Whistleblowing is the activity of reporting any illegal, unethical, or unsafe activities in the workplace. Whistleblowing is not just about reporting major scandals, it's about addressing any concern of misconduct that could impact TFS or the Triton Group. It is important because it helps to prevent and detect wrongdoing, promotes transparency and accountability, and protects employees who report misconduct. The identity of whistleblowers is protected, ensuring that their personal information cannot be disclosed to unauthorized persons. Employers are prohibited from taking any form of retaliatory action against whistleblowers, including termination, demotion, or other unfavorable treatment. Whistleblowers are protected from legal liability when reporting concerns through the appropriate channels, if they have reasonable grounds to believe that the information they provide is true. However, there is no immunity if the whistleblower themselves have violated laws. TFS whistleblower system respects the right of both whistleblowers and those accused of having committed violations. Whistleblowers are protected and can remain anonymous. TFS does not tolerate pressure, retaliation, or discrimination against whistleblowers. TFS whistleblower system respects the right of those accused of wrongdoing. Internal investigations must adhere to principles such as presumption of innocence, procedural fairness, and the right to be heard. TFS offers multiple ways to report concerns. All our channels offers full confidentiality, and some of the channels even offers the whistleblower 100% anonymity. The identity of the whistleblower is always protected, regardless of the channel that is used to report concerns. It is important to us that the different channels align with the whistleblower's comfort level. The available channels are in-person reporting, a web-based intake system called Speak Up, reporting via email or regular mail, and the final option, reporting over the phone using the Triton hotline. All our channels are designed to ensure comfort and confidentiality for the whistleblower. TFS have multiple processes in place to identify and respond to deviations, such as our internal control system, incident reporting, monitoring, and internal audits. Investigations is a separate process from our other deviation and assurance processes, and an investigation will only be conducted if there is a reasonable suspicion of a regulatory violation by TFS staff or those engaged to act on our behalf. Let's look into how an investigation is conducted in more detail. An investigation will only take place if the hint that is being reported passes the triage and plausibility stage. During triage, the hint is categorized and sent to the correct investigations office depending on the severity. A case can be categorized either as a serious violation or other violation. A serious case is a case that significantly affects the interests of Triton Group, including its brands, in particular, interests of reputation or financial interests, or that significantly violate the ethical values of Triton Group. All other cases are treated as other violations. Serious cases are sent to Triton Investigation Office, and other cases are handled by brand investigation offices. If enough information is provided by the whistleblower, a plausibility check is performed with the goal to verify the information provided by the whistleblower. If the information is deemed as plausible, a full-scale investigation is initiated. Once the investigation is completed, a written report is issued and reported to various stakeholders. The Whistleblowing and Misconduct Committee is also informed, and if it is necessary, legal and disciplinary actions are decided. When all actions have been taken, the case will be closed. Feedback to the relevant business units will be provided to make sure lessons are learnt from each investigation, with the goal to improve our processes and controls. As mentioned in the beginning, in our organization, certain individuals are designated as key contact persons for whistleblowing. But what does that actually mean in practice? Being a key contact person means that you are someone an employee can turn to when they've witnessed or experienced something that may be unethical, illegal, or in violation of our internal policies. You are a trusted figure, expected to take concerns seriously, maintain confidentiality, and guide the person through the process. Key contact persons are not investigators themselves, but they play a crucial role in supporting and encouraging a culture where speaking up is safe and welcomed. To recap, the following roles are considered key contact persons. Managers, because they are often the first point of contact for team members. People and culture representatives, who support employees and uphold our values. Members of internal audit, who are trained to identify and escalate risks. Compliance managers, who ensure adherence to laws and internal policies. If you're in one of these roles, remember your response matters. How you handle a concern can make the difference between someone feeling heard or choosing to stay silent. In-person reporting is an important option for whistleblowers who prefer to discuss their concerns directly in a face-to-face setting. As a key contact person, you may be approached by a whistleblower seeking such a conversation. Your role is essential in ensuring the whistleblower feels heard, supported, and guided appropriately through the reporting process. As a key contact person, you may be approached directly by a whistleblower. It's vital to handle such situations with professionalism, care, and integrity. Here is how you can ensure a respectful and effective response. Make sure that you receive the reports professionally. Start by greeting the whistleblower respectfully and thank them for coming forward. Stay impartial and listen attentively without expressing opinions or making assumptions. Allow them to speak freely and don't interrupt or pressure them. Ensuring confidentiality is vital. Reassure the whistleblower that their identity will be protected as far as possible under our policies and applicable laws. Only share details of the report with TFS Investigations Office or those who are directly involved in assessing or investigating the issue. If the whistleblower wants to remain anonymous, do not disclose their identity when forwarding the information. Document the concern correctly. Accurate and prompt note-taking during the meeting with the whistleblower is essential. Focus on gathering sufficient preliminary information to enable appropriate triage. Avoid investigating or drawing conclusions. When documenting the concern, focus on capturing the 5 W's. What happened? When did it happen? Who was involved? Where did it take place? Why is it a concern? These questions will help ensure the concern is clearly understood and actionable when forwarded to TFS Investigations Office. Provide support and guidance to the whistleblower. Explain the whistleblowing process, what happens next, and any protections in place, like protection against retaliation. Offer information on available support channels, such as people and culture representatives. Escalating reports appropriately. Forward the report to TFS or Traton Investigations Office within 1 business day. Ensure you follow internal procedures and timelines to avoid unnecessary delays. As a manager, it is your duty to report any reasonable suspicion concerning a serious violation. And keep in mind, maintaining ethical conduct is crucial. Never dismiss, discourage, or retaliate against someone for speaking up. Lead by example. Demonstrating ethical behavior encourages a culture of openness. Being a key contact person is a position of trust. How you respond can shape whether someone feels safe to speak up and whether others will in the future. An example of when our group whistleblowing system was used was a recent case where the hint was reported in person to a key contact person in compliance. The whistleblower reported that there were a number of employees that had several inconsistent travel and entertainment expenses. After plausibility check, an investigation was initiated. T&E transactions were analysed along with supporting documentation, and several interviews were conducted. The investigation showed that while no fraud was identified, there were inconsistencies between practice and policy. This resulted in strengthening of processes and the control environment, and this can be a good reminder of the importance of ensuring alignment between what we say and what we do. Even if no laws were broken in this particular case, if we do not make sure our processes matches our policies, there can be a perception that we do not need to follow rules. There were also benefits of identifying the issues early on. so we were able to take action before worse things happen. This is a perfect example where a whistleblower can make a difference by speaking up, and where you, as a key contact person, can make sure that whistleblowers that prefer a face-to-face meeting can do so in a relaxed and confidential way. Visit our intranet for more detailed information and resources. There you can find videos and other material relating to whistleblowing and internal investigations, such as the Whistleblowing Policy T4.5. Empower yourself with knowledge. Together, we can create a safer, more accountable workplace.
Thank you for your participation in this training for key contact persons. For any questions regarding whistleblowing, do not hesitate to reach out. Have a nice day.